Evening, everyone, and welcome to the official launch of the Resonans community. My name is Catherine Udi, co-founder of Resonans, and I'll be the host for tonight. And we're excited to have you here with us as we kick off, a space that we built to help researchers, professionals, and change makers like you who believe in the power of African research to drive innovation and everybody. I am super excited. You know, Resonance was born from a deep belief, a belief that African research should not just live in libraries, live in journals, or be behind institutions, but that African research can drive innovation, African research can inform policy, African research can spark real change. And today is going to be the beginning of a community, the official beginning of a community that is committed to do exactly that. Before I move forward, I can see a number of people are trying to join. So I would let them in before telling you everything that we have for today. So let me take a second to do that. Okay. We have quite the agenda. Welcome to those joining. Welcome to the official launch of the Resident Scholars Community. Okay, so today we're going to begin with an address from our founder and then follow with a key presentation that you know what to read from a very special speaker, and then have live and a session where you can ask questions and get answers. Yep. Okay. So I think let's see. I guess we're ready to go. Okay, so before I want to hand to Ayodele Oluwat. He's also a, one of the founders of Resonance, just to give a quick welcome and to introduce you to what we're doing. Yeah. Ayodele, are you
Yeah. Hello. Good evening, everyone.
with it?
Yeah. I hope you are all doing fine. Yeah. We're welcome to the today's webinar. Yeah. And I hope it to be an awesome one. So, resonance was just like our host said. You know, we've all experienced undergraduate times, masters, and even PhD. So it's we do research just many people do research just for the sake of just graduating from school. Like I'm tired of this school. I don't want to start making money. The same thing with masters. The same thing with PhD. Just to get the doctorate title. So but we feel like many of these research that we do, we have some students, we have some PhD candidates that do them with so much diligence and it could really change the immediate environment in the community. So we feel, how can we scale this? We realize that this is a problem. How can we scale? Like somebody did a research in maybe Malaysia, and it can be useful to someone in China. So how can we scale, and how can we make research to be of more importance to students? I'm sure many people here must have experienced the fresher when you're just a fresh student and you don't even know anything about research, and maybe when you're now getting towards your penultimate, and then you just give a topic you don't like, don't want to, but just for the sake of getting the person. So we're thinking of how can we solve this problem and then scale it, just like building a startup. So we know that our keynote speaker today, Dorcas Adewumi Olawuyi, like she will do a really big breakdown on that. And I believe everyone will really hear something impactful. So that's all for me currently. I am Ayodeji Dennis, the software engineer here at Resonans. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Ayodiji. And so to officially open this launch, I would like to welcome the visionary behind Resonance, the person who saw the gap and is now building the bridge between research and impact. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Isaac Udebe, founder of Resonance.
Good evening, Resonance scholars. Good evening, Evergreen. Thank you so much for that, IODG. Thanks so much for that intro. Good evening, everyone. It's glad to be here. I'm glad to be here, and it's so nice to have everyone here. My name is Isaac Oyedele, and I'm founder at Resonance. So I'm so glad that you all are here tonight. For one reason or the other, you have. I want to believe that you all have something to do with research in one way or the other, right? And you are here tonight. Um, well, it's night in Nigeria. You might, I believe there are other people joining us from other countries, and I would actually love to have, you say, drop your location in the comment section. Which country are you joining us from? Yeah, just for some, uh, yeah, let's know where you're joining us from in the comments in the message box. So yeah, so what are we doing at Resonance today? Okay, so like I said, I believe that each and every one of you, you have a desire for research, you have a passion for research. You have passion for research, and majority of us would want to ensure that our research truly matters. Either you are an undergraduate researcher, a master's student, a doctorate, a PhD student, or even a postdoctoral researcher. You don't want your research to actually to just waste away in the university library, right? And we and that's why we are here today, right? So some weeks ago on LinkedIn, I saw somebody make a post. Welcome, Olawuyi Adewumi from Nigeria. Welcome, Ayo from Nigeria. Gabriel, welcome. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah. So as I was saying, um, I was scrolling on LinkedIn some weeks ago, and I saw somebody make a post of how he tried to build a rocket as his final year project. All right, and because of lack of resources, lack of exposure, lack of leverage, it wasn't successful, and the school did not back him up. The institution did not back him up. All right. So he wasn't able to to successfully, bring make that groundbreaking discovery, groundbreaking innovation out of his research, right? And I believe this is a very common story in African institutions today. You find out that when you want to start a research, especially for the undergraduates, there's really no training, no structure around helping you to understand why you are conducting your research, helping you attach purpose to your research, helping you to even, to even conduct high quality research, right? So research basically, most majority of the research in Africa does not make much impact. So why do we celebrate publishing thousands of research that makes no impact? All right. So we believe that thousands of research are published yearly in institutions over Africa, right? But very few of them solve real world problems or lead to innovation, right? And this is because researchers lack, the right mentorship, the right exposure to technological trends in their field, right? To innovative trends in their field. They've not been able to attach a purpose to their research because majority of academic researchers in Africa only want to do is to get an academic promotion, not to really make an impact. And that is not their fault. It is the way the system was structured, right? So it's not like that everywhere. It's mostly in Africa. You see some Western institutions whereby there are innovations that you'll be surprised if you hear that this research, this innovation was from an academic research, right? But here in Africa, research stops where it was supposed to begin. It stops at publication. Meanwhile, the real research even continues after publication if you actually really want to make impact, right? So that is why we are building resonance scholars, right? So I introduced you resonance scholars tonight. And what is Resonance Scholars all about? You might have an idea if you've been following us on LinkedIn or you've joined our community before or something, you might have an idea of what Resonance Scholars is all about. But what is Resonance Scholars all about so that we are all on the same page? Resonance Scholars is a community for academic researchers across Africa. So we want to help you to move from just being a student or from just being a researcher to an impact-led expert researcher farmer. So we want you to be able to conduct high quality research and also make impact with your research. I believe that this is a desire of majority of academic researchers in Africa, even all over the world, right? And want to help you to achieve all that, right? So we want to help you connect your research with purpose, right, and society. So we'll be doing this through the various methods, right? Through mentorship, collaboration, we'll give you access to opportunities, we give you access to trainings, we set up trainings for you where you learn the right research methodologies, the right, you learn different skills when it comes to research, right? So, and like I said, we are working towards impact-led research, right? And when it comes to impact-led research, I believe that I decided to separate it into two different class. I decided to classify it into two. So there is the informative one, while there's the innovative research, right? So I believe that the informative research is more data intensive, right? So in case you feel like in your area of research, you may not be able to come up with groundbreaking innovations. It doesn't stop you from being a part of Resonance Scholars because informative research, when it gets to the right people, is going to help. It's going to help policymakers and the right people make the right decisions. It helps them to make informed decisions. So Resonance Scholars is for everybody. It's not only if your research is innovative, but even if it is informative. Right. So we want to restore the purpose of academic research. We want to build a system that supports impactful, ethical, and high-quality research, right? We want to bridge the gap between academia and the real world. We want to empower you as researchers to become change makers. All right. So what should you expect in Resonance Scholars in the next few months? So we'll be launching a fellowship very soon. and a Resonance Scholars Fellowship, where you are going to, gain mentorships from global experts. You are going to have opportunity to partner with industries and research institutes. We are working towards this, and once it's out, you just get to register, and then you start enjoying the opportunities there. So before I go, I'd just like you to share the community link with your friends, with your network, people that you know will benefit from resonance scholars from this community. They are also a part of community where research creates real change. Let's make this count together. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. That's very informative and very inspiring, Ajay. Yeah, it's always inspiring to see how far we've come and to look at where we're headed. So if you're curious about our story of reference, after listening to our founder, if you're curious about our story, our vision, you could check us out on links if you're not already following. And I'll be sharing the community link in the chat, Resonance Scholars community, so that you can join and also share, to those who would benefit from this. Yes. So without further ado, let's dive into today's theme. So today we're looking at why research matters, empowering innovation and social change. And to lead us in this, we are very, very honored to have a speaker who truly embodies the intersection of research, impact, and advocacy. Please join me as I welcome Mrs. Dorcas Adewumi Olawuyi. She's a dynamic medical geographer, a geographic information scientist, and an environmentalist who is currently pursuing a doctorate in Department of Geography at the University of Ibadan. She is also an advocate for gender equity and sustainability and has so far taken her course Africa, and she has contributed to lots of global conversations on climate change, sustainability, global impact. We're so thrilled to have Mrs. Dorcas. Please, the floor is yours. Welcome. And
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm not sure if you can hear me. If you can hear me, I think I would like us to use
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So I'll be sharing my screen, and good. Good. So, good evening, everyone. It is a great honor to be here with you all today. To speak among brilliant minds. I'm seeing some names. I'm seeing that we are from. I'm seeing. I think someone from India, from Asia, part of the continent. So, today's topic is more than an academic exercise. I don't want to be like if I'm lecturing or I'm in class. So it is more like a discussion, and it's a statement of belief, a reminder that research is not confined to books, to laboratories. Or we know, oh, let us go to class, let us conduct, let us do this modeling of a thing. So research is more than that. It lives, it moves, and it transforms lives. And we are exploring why research matters, and not just why it should matter to universities or governments, but to industries, to organizations, to communities, and people everywhere. So that is why research matters. So I will move to slide 2. Sorry. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. So We can see here that the introduction, Armstrong said, research is creating new knowledge. And honestly, research is creating new knowledge. And that's the simple truth. It echoes throughout history. But I would like to take it a step forward that research is creating new possibilities. It is creating new possibilities. I would like to tell a short story. I think the pioneer of this program was saying something about he saw a robot, some students that developed a robotic science and the stuff, it ends there. I remember I think I had similar experience to that when I was growing up. I had no access to phone and tab, just like how the young minds have now. But there was one terrible incident that happened then while growing up, and it claimed lives of one woman and a baby that are very close to our family. So, and not only that, I think then I was a little bit angry that, oh, why can't we have, something that serves as emergency, some emergency alert, or something that can help to alert the hospitals or nearby hospitals for people that are in danger or for accidents, so that they can have easy access to all these equipment to hospitals. Fast forward to 2019, when I graduated from Department of Geography, University of Ibadan, there was one competition that was raised then. I don't know people that finished from the school. They call it Joe Hackathon competition, where students are to come to present their ideas and all sorts. And I was like, okay, let me create. I created a web app to tackle. I call it e-rescue hub to tackle this issue of loss of lives during accidents. And in all honesty, it ends there. After the competition, the awards of given the first, oh, I'm the first, the second, the third position, and all sorts, it ends there. And that was why I don't want to say that the ideas died there. But it was quite painful to me that, oh, with all this, they even posted it on university LinkedIn. People just said, oh, this is awesome, this is good, and that was all. It is not, it's research should be more than that. It is an innovative idea. It creates new possibilities, but it just ends there. So I want to say it's research it establish and fosters innovation. And in the context where we meet ourselves, especially in Nigeria as a country, and across Africa, where we have scholars, we have brilliant minds, people coming up with a lot of innovation, and it's just died there after presenting and also nothing to take a step further. And and one particular issue that we are having in this when it comes to research is funding. We'll still get to that during the course of this presentation, but let me move that. This presentation we explore research, the influence on advancement and policy making when it comes to research. So I'm asking, okay, how research powers innovation across sectors. Research has led to incredible breakthrough. In all fairness, I'm sure we all remember year 2020 when COVID-19, that particular, I don't want to call it demonic pandemic, but it was because of the vaccine developed in record time. It saved millions of lives, although we lost the count of deaths and also, but with the help of development of vaccines, so lives were saved. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, they were once limited to theory in time past, but now it powers diagnostics, education. It across discipline. You'll be hearing in arts, we are bringing in AI into our discipline, in science, AI in social sciences, AI in medical, AI machine learning. It's now cut across almost all discipline. Renewable energy system also, it's replacing fossil fuels. These are part of our research powers innovations across sectors. It's renewable energy system. It's replaced fossil fuels in remote areas. I think was it in Tanzania? I visited recently. I went for my research journey too, and we saw a particular community where they use biogas. So the feces of everyone in the community, that is what they use as a biogas in cooking, and it saves them stress and or cost of buying gas and all sorts. So they are eating their feces, and their feces is used back to serve them to cook. And that's one innovative idea, one interesting innovative idea, innovative part aspect of research. Also, these genetically modified crops during droughts, over time, people they've built drought resistant seeds, so that during drought in some countries in Africa where they experience a lot of drought, a lot of drought as one of the climate induced disaster. Now genetically modified crops are used in those areas. So these are powers of innovation across sectors. Our research has power innovation across sectors, and this breakthrough doesn't just happen overnight. They are fruits of years, even decades of painstaking inquiry, and there are reasons we can talk about an healthier and more sustainable future. So moving to okay, how research as a driver of society change. In public health, studies are led to better prevention strategies and shaping national health policies. So research has helped in public health, in health in disease prevention. Oh, this is how can we do this? It has brought innovative ideas in health. Also in climate science, I call it climate change adaptation. Over time, how can we build resistance against flooding, against wildfire, against all these all sorts of climate induced disaster that are flying there over here and there. And also new farming methods. Now I think was it in Kwara State I was there. Now they have dry season farming, because flood during the rainy season, flood comes and it wash away all their farm products. So now we are not doing dry season farming. Then if we have greenhouse farming, all these are products of research, and that's why I said this is why research matters. Also, better housing design. Was it in which particular part of the country that I saw a particular building? I will have showed it here, but because of I'm trying to not waste our time, so I didn't put a lot of pictures there. I was seeing they used bamboo trees to build their houses, and when we spoke with them, we were like, because these kind of houses, flood will not be able to enter into their houses. So whenever it's flooding, flood occurs in their community, the bamboo trees, they said they climb inside the roof, different kind of experience from them. So that is research, and over time they've learned how to know better housing designs to be able to prevent them to be vulnerable to this climatic induced disaster. Also in economics, it doesn't just limited to climate. In economics also, research has helps entrepreneurs to understand their markets, for jobs creation. I don't know whether we have forex traders yet. Research has helped them to know, AI can do this for us instead of us to do this and that. So it has fueled a lot of job creation. And in education, which I'm so passionate about, research, it has redefines how, I don't want to say all, I don't want to generalize, but how some lecturers, how they teach, how we assess, and how students learning new methodologies, curriculum development.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry to cut in, but I don't know if you're trying to move your slide, so it's been on one page.
Oh,
Yes.
I've been moving it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay. Thank you.
Is it moving now?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's now bridging research and policy.
Okay. So I don't know why it is not moving. Is it still moving now?
No, it hasn't. Yes, just now.
Okay, it's moving now, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling my attention to that. So, bridging research and policy, and this is where the I don't want to call this a challenge here now. There's research and there is policy. there's policy advocacy. So we want to look at how turning knowledge into impact. So societal change is where research becomes deeply human. And when the should I say, I don't want the CEO, I don't know what to call him, Mr. Isaac, was addressing us the other time. He was saying research is more than just journal publication, and it is very true. And that is what we are looking at now in all these conferences I've been attending. We are looking at, how can research equip activities with data for policy advocacy. So a part of this policy advocacy is what people are saying. We publish, or after publication, what next? After we put international journal, I want to publish here, I want to publish that. How does that help the community people? How does it help? How does it empower communities to co-create solutions with policymakers? How does it help governments to implement policies in real time? And one of the most beautiful things I've witnessed in rural community is working side by side with researchers to improve their community. We won't just go to the community and drop in solution with them. We listen, they learn, and together we are able to build something sustainable. And that's the power of people-centered research. That's how people say. Let's be honest. Journal publication often doesn't reach the people who need it. I think there was one. I attended one conference, and they were like, "Oh, okay, we should, if you can use sound without gesticulation to explain your discipline, come and hear different sounds." So people were doing whoosh whoosh different, and I was asking, "What's whoosh whoosh? What's the meaning of whoosh? How can I relate that?" And the moderator was like, "That is how our journal looks like in front of all these community members. They don't understand what we are doing. I use this particular methodology, this particular modeling, and all sorts. But how does it help these people?" So that is why research it matters. It informs decision making through policy advocacy, co-creation with policymakers. Translating academic findings to actionable insights by packaging them in policy briefs. Short videos, infographics, even podcast. You can turn your journal into podcast. People listen to podcasts now. Look for a small video, do a little bit of infographics, and let people understand, this is the solution I'm bringing in, this is what we can do, I did my findings, and this is the solution, this is the recommendation, this is the policy brief that was developed from my research. And that is how our research can make impact. And that's how we can turn knowledge into impact in these communities. The communities are, and if we are, and that is one thing about research, if you are carrying out the research without having the mind of, this solution, who will benefit from it, then we are just making noise without making impact. We are just publishing for what would I call it, for promotions, for publications. I published 1 million papers, and after the 1 million papers, if I should ask, how innovative is this? I did this, but and this innovation over time, which community is benefiting from this? So that is what, as researchers, we should be having at the back of our minds in as much we are carrying out our research. I will also ask if you are still seeing my screen. I don't know why my system. So can you see my slide?
Yes, I can still see.
Okay. So what are the challenges when it comes to in research and innovation? Limited funding. I mentioned it. I was I was there. I was once like that during after BSc. What next? I love research. I have passion for research. I want to impact my community. I want to do this for my community, but no funding. So, and that is one of the things that we face as researchers, limited funding when it comes to this. A lot of ideas are flying there and there, but because of how do we actualize this? So because funding is often limited or narrowly focused, or if you get a funding, they will tell you, this is what we want this funding should be for, not for this, and research is often hidden behind paywalls or inaccessible language, accessibility of findings. That's another challenge when it comes to research and innovation. That was I was saying the other time, that it's not about publications. the people that will benefit from it, how simple do we make it? How do we simplify our findings for them to be able to understand what we are doing? Also, another challenge is bridging gap between academia with industry and organizations. This is another, and that is one of the things, should I say, one of the challenges I'm facing when it comes to research in that I'm currently on. As a researcher, we have our time frame. Oh, we are working with our time frame. University system is like this. The organization will be like, oh, we want results. Let us do the result of this modeling. We need the results. We need to carry out the humanitarian aspect of this research, of this projects and all sorts. So bridging the gap, that's another challenge when it comes to research and innovation. Ethical consideration is another challenges we face, and it goes beyond it. It has to do with confidentiality, inclusivity, and fight against bias. And that's one thing, because we must not go to the field with biased mind. So how can we build the confidence of the community in nurse that they can they'll be like, oh, okay, we trust them, let us go ahead and let us explain, let us be vulnerable with them. I remember one of the community ones, they were like, oh, that is how you people will come, and after now you get the data and you will leave. So it's already making the community people to lose interest in researchers, because they've seen it every year. You come with your questionnaire, you come and collect data, and after that, what next? They are not benefiting from your research. They are not doing this, they are not doing that. These are all it is, and it is. I will tell them, oh, I was not the one in the field, but my fellow other researchers, or my colleagues in another discipline, another field, have bring the community. If they've promised or they've done this and that, and at the end of the day, it is affecting other researchers that want to go to the community to solve any problem that they are facing there. So ethical consideration is another challenge we are facing when it comes to research and innovation. There is this I'm going to share a story about this, a case study. I'm not sure if you can see the billboard on my screen. In Tanzania, we went for a food walk at I'm trying to remember the name of the community. I think Umjipia. Yeah, that's how they mentioned the name, because in Umjipia. And what was this? You can see what they experience more in this community. The climatic disaster they experience is flooding and heat stress. Oh, and we asked, how are you guys coping? They said, oh, there's early warning system. There's a community, they call it Center for Community Initiative. Well, what they do is that they carry out research and they carry the community along with their research. So whatever innovative ideas they are bringing out of their research, it is the researchers and the communities that they think together, oh, what do you think can be done? What it says that most of the people in the community, when they get information from their meteorological agencies, some don't even have what's it called, Android phone to access it. What they use is just these small phones that doesn't have internet. You can't connect it with internet. So one of these problems they do to solve this particular, and it's quite innovative, is they use SMS, and not just SMS. They translate the SMS in their local language, so that they'll be able to understand, oh, today there will be rainfall, or in the next 2-3 days, flooding will happen. Maybe pack your stuff. If you can do the seasonal remediation move, if you want to elevate your houses, do that, just for you to be able to build resilience against this upcoming flood. Or I think during heat stress, drink a lot of water, use wear light clothing and all sorts, just for you to be able to prevent yourself against the damages or the impact of this particular climate induced disaster that will be happening in the next few days. Also, they also said us that this particular billboard is for those that doesn't even have access to phones. So they have some people in the community that works with this particular initiative. So what they do is that they will go to the board. Once they get information, they will write it in their local language. Oh, at this so day, this will happen. What to do, how to prevent this, will be on the billboard. So as they're passing, they will go and check, oh, we have to do this and to do this. It's quite innovative, yeah. And I'm very sure this is not the first time people working with when it comes to flood, how to build resilience, and also we just do that, publish the paper, and that is all. So this is the innovative aspect of that particular project. So, and there was one they said, oh, they showed us a particular infographics, a particular podcast that they do just for people to listen, to inform people and to prepare them early. Oh, this is how to anticipate this flood, oh, to anticipate, do this, do that. So I really enjoyed this particular reward societal impact of research. And that is why research, that is why it matters. So the future, where do we go from here? The future of research in in global challenges, where do we go from here? So we foster interdisciplinary collaboration because no single field can solve global problems alone. And that is one mistake I can say young minds, young researchers, we are making. We think, oh, we can do this alone. No. A single discipline cannot solve a global problems. You have to research is now transdisciplinary approach, collaboration. Oh, you want to work with this? Who are those you need to bring on the field? Currently on my thesis, we have a lot of stakeholders that we are working with. And what are we trying to look at? We're trying to look at how we can build the resilience of people in these communities that we are working with. So we need to, research is now, it is to foster interdisciplinary collaboration. Bring this, what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? So at the end of the day, the innovative ideas will be able to what? Will be able to meet the needs of the people in the community. Also, we need to build trust with communities, co-creating research that matters to real people. We need to strengthen the researchers' community partnership. At the end of the day, if whatever research we are carrying out, it is to benefit the people. It's to benefit people. So we need to know which location we are working with. Oh, I'm working at this particular location. Do they need this? Are they really facing this problem? These innovative ideas, will it be needed? Someone shared a short story there, and he was like, oh, I think I can't remember, was it in Togo, that they said they built for them to be able to know when flood will happen, to know the water level. They put the stuff that they built there for them to be able to measure, oh, once water reach this side, this is when you people should move out of the community. This is quite innovative. But you know what the community people do? They're like, oh, what is it that will even be shouting every now and then that will not allow us to sleep? And they went ahead and they removed it. So they were like, oh, we don't need this. We know when flood happened, it has been happening over time. It's our community. So we need to build, okay, what do they need? They need to be carried along because they are also stakeholders in whatever we are doing. Also, the future of research in global challenges is also to leverage on technology. We need to embrace technology, AI, big data, open access, for us to reach further and faster impact for efficiency. So the future of research, it lies in our willingness to share power, to listen deeply and move boldly. So doing all this stuff, I want to do this, I want to do that, we have ideas, I want to create this should be innovative, this innovative ideas is there, this and this is there. But the first question we should ask ourselves is the community what these innovative ideas we are bringing in, who needs it? Then who are we to pitch our ideas to? For them to know, okay, yes, oh, this is what I need. I need to work with two people. I need to do this with two people. I need to work with this organization that is looking at this particular. When it comes to all this disaster and all sorts, oh, we have them. UNDRA, United Nations, we have Nigerian Red Cross, we have Red Cross International Federation. These are the people that we know they are handling it. When it comes to rocket science, we know who you are to pitch your ideas to. You should know the kind of we are trying to look source for grants, source for the organizations, what you are actually looking for. So it's not that you just have a lot of things on your table, then you don't know where you are going. And in conclusion, let's return to the question why research matters. Why research matters. I think I want to say this because it is the light in dark places. That is research. I want to call like my love story for my own research, my love poetry, my poem. Research is the light in dark places. Its engine is the engine behind innovation. It's the bridge between what is and what could be. I really love what this initiative is all about. So research is key to innovation and societal change. It shapes policies, communities, and global problem solving. So let us engage, let us support, let us advocate, let us keep advocating that we are not just researchers, we are architects of possibilities. We are not just researchers, we are architects of possibilities. So let us engage, let us support and advocate for research driven solutions. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. And I welcome your thoughts, your questions. And I don't know if the organizer will give room for some other people that wants to share their own stories of why research matters to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. That was really insightful, Ms. Dorcas. Thank you. So now it's time for questions. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat, or you could raise up your hand so that you would unmute and then ask your question. So who has questions? I think I saw someone raised up there. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Miss Dorcas, for that insightful session. So, my question is, um, are there fields that maybe fields in the universities, fields of study in the university that we can say that should be more focused on research? Maybe, for example, you're a student who a fresher who is just in school to study banking and finance, and what she desired just to be a banker, and maybe someone like yourself who was in school and is studying geography, so should we say that, oh, that student should be more research oriented than the one studying banking and finance? Because we believe that the yeah the orientation of how to make research be more impactful should be something that should start from the early stage of their career. But we also realize that, okay, some careers they might not end up being a researcher. Or do you think all careers can actually end up being a researcher? So that's my question.
Okay, thank you for that question. Um, in all disciplines, we have people that carry out research. That will first start from that. So everyone have their own, shall I say, their flair, what they want to do. In banking and finance that you are talking about, we have people that are into the research aspect of it. Some are looking at, when it comes to people accessing funds, maybe developing of all these financial technology that we are seeing that are flying over here and there. They are part aspect of this research aspect of this banking and finance when it comes to financial aspect of this. So I won't say everyone should be a researcher. It's not just like when it comes to medical doctors, we have those that are practicing the profession and those that are into the research aspect of it. So everyone cannot be a researcher. Research has to be with passion and the mind of problem solving. If you are someone that have the mind of, I want to solve a problem, I want to do this, I can call you, then you are a researcher. You want to know, we will call it, you are looking for a problem where there is no problem. That's the language we always use. So for someone that wants to go to the banking sector, the aspect of, I want to be in the bank, and also, but in all disciplines, there's research aspects of all disciplines, and that is what brings about the innovative aspect of all disciplines. Like I said, in this bank and finance is used for as example, we have seeing, maybe let me use piggyverse, all these different kind of fintech that we are seeing that are flying over there. They are kind of part of it, so to able to enhance and allow easy banking for people in saving their money, interest, investment, and all sorts. Okay. I'm not
Okay,
sure if
so
I
I
answered
get,
the question.
you answered it rightly.
Okay.
So my last question is: so how do we inculcate that spirit, that attitude into uh, people who are studying, like who are doing something that might end up relating to research, maybe from
And
their.
that is where the advocacy comes That's where the advocacy for this comes in, and going to schools, mentorship, and all sorts. Because I think what helped me was growing with among people that are so passionate about research, and I grew up looking up to them, and I know I just enjoyed the way they talk about this, the passion, and I just know that this is where I'm going to. This is what I want to do. So mentorship is needed, and that is one of the things that, should I say, we lack here in we'll just do it. Oh, let us, and so let me just do this thing and get out of here. I'm tired. Let me just do this. Do my journal, drop it here and there. So this is where, and I love what your initiative is doing, the Resonance initiative. This is where you people will come in, visit schools, undergraduates, talk to them, let them know, you can do more in your discipline and all these. What do you think? What are the innovative things you can do? So mentorship and advocacy from researchers or brilliant minds and scholars like the people from Resonance. I think that is where you people can come in. Do I answer your question?
Thank you very much, Maria. You did justice to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Do we have anyone who has a question? You can just raise up your hand and then you'll be able to unmute. Any question? Okay, so it seems there are no questions from the audience. All right. So, Mrs. Dorcas, the session has been really insightful. For me, I just have a question. So, the future are the younger generation of today, right? So, can you shed more light on how we can encourage? I know you mentioned like our initiative, but then how can we encourage young people from thinking about undergraduates, like maybe freshers? How can we encourage them to actually see research as a tool for change? Yeah, way beyond their universities, like a tool for real world change. Yeah.
Thank you for that question. And I would like to say that human beings are, when it comes to change, we are, we know we can easily carry out research with animals and do this, and they will follow whatever you tell them to do. But when it comes to human beings and how we can, help them, the younger ones, to let them know the advantage and the importance of research, I would say we should start from our local area, like local space, local communities. And for me, my local communities is the University of Ibadan. And when we are not just the whole place, and that will be for my department. And how can I impact? How can I let them see the impact of it, especially with the fact that everyone is just all about money. I want to make money after school. I want to make money. So it has to do with your own work. What have you done? No, your results speaks volumes. Is when they see what research I've done over the years and what you still plan to do, that can change their mind. But I will keep saying that advocacy, keep telling them, keep letting them know, organize trainings, organize webinars, organize conferences. We should organize something that will just bring them, that will keep making them to see the importance of changes. And third, application. We should encourage them to apply. Okay, not just when you are done with your work and not sort, apply for conferences, so that when you go out, leave your space, go out and present your paper. let people contribute, that will help them to look, okay, research is just more than, me, doing my work and putting it in the shelves. To me, I think, I hope I'm doing justice to the question. I think that will help, and that can help them to change their minds. Webinars, conferences, let them know the importance of attending webinars, both online and offline. Goes whether within national and international, apply. There's no room. I always say this: there's no harm in applying. When you apply and your paper is picked or is selected, you can go ahead and present. So by the time they present, they could see the reaction from people. These people love what I did, I love what I'm doing. It will encourage them more. Like I said, it's results. So by the time they do this, they too will go back and it will keep spreading. I went to this place, I presented my paper, they contributed to this and this. Maybe from there, someone from organization can be there and just pick up the idea. Let us work together, and let us work with you with these innovative ideas. And that is how research, it leads to innovation, and that is how we can help them to be, to have flair, and we can encourage them, because to me it should be encouragement, especially with the situations of what we are currently facing in the country. Most people are just all about them do content creator, or how to make fast money, and also them just get out of the air. And also, but there is a way we can enter them, the young minds. There's a way we can hijack them from having this kind of biased minds towards research. This man is stressing me and all sorts. So advocacy, webinars, conferences, even though it might be small, it might be big, let them feel, we need to talk. Let them talk to let them present their paper. So I think that is what I can suggest and encourage the young minds to do.
You answered it beautifully. Like, what I can get, advocacy, creating awareness through seminar conferences, and also actually showing part of research, so that when young people see this impact, they can be encouraged. Yeah. Thank you so much. Before I ask a question, but before I go, I want to know if anyone else has. I have one final question, but if you have a question, you could drop it in the chat or just signify by raising your hand. Okay, please go ahead. Olawuyi Bashiru, please.
Mr. Bashiru, you can go ahead and ask a question.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So let me firstly comment the presentation of Madam Dorcas Olawuyi for that insightful discussion. I've been following, even though I joined a bit late, but the aspects that I really want to ask question on is related to some of us who have interest in research, and we are also feeling that how to start actually create a lot of fears that if I start these things, will I survive? What will people say? What will people's reaction? So my question is just about how to overcome that fear when it comes to research. So thank you. That's my questions.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Olawuyi. I will say this: in everything in life, everyone, there's a fear to when it comes to starting things. You want to relocate, there's a fear that comes with it. What will I meet? You want to start a business, there's a fear of who will be my customer. You want to do this, there's a fear, and it is normal. It is healthy to have that question in your mind. It is healthy. So the thing is, all I would say is just start. know your field. What do you have flair for? What problem do you identify? Start by reading. Read journals, read what people have done over times. And that is where journal publication comes in, actually. We can't just totally disregard the part of publications. Publications is awesome. But like I said, it just research doesn't end there. It goes more than publications. So let us know in this particular, even though in my localities, I have a friend that's from, sorry, I don't know if I have enough time to do this, but there's a friend, a close friend of mine, that she's from JOs from Irua, and she was like, oh, one problem she identified in her community is that the farmers over there, though after months of labor, working out and also at the end of the day, when it comes to selling, marketing their products, they just get it, they sell it at a very cheap price, and they are not doing well as farmers. They are the one working, and those that are buying from them are the one benefiting more than those that are working, the farmers. And she was like, oh, this is a problem that needs to be solved. Her undergraduate research was something similar to that. Her master's degree was something similar, and after that master's degree, she switched to that aspect of and that is what she's currently doing. So what she does is she stands as like the middleman between the farmers and companies that need their product, and she focused on cassava. So what she does is that she's the one to reach out. She reaches out to companies, then the farmers, she link them together in a way. She have her own commission. The farmers are happy. The company, the people that need the products are happy. She's also happy, and that's what she's doing in that community, in her local area. She identified a problem that needs to be solved, and she's doing pretty well in it. And the methodology she used is unique, and that's our innovative ideas from our own research. So what I would just say is that you should start from your community. Start. Was it Tunde or Okoya? I want to remember what that particular quote she said. I think start from small or something. So just start from where you are, and before you know it, the global stage is waiting for you. So start. Don't be scared. There is fear to everything, which is normal. But I will just tell you, I will advise you to start. Start from your community. Look at the problem around you. What do you think you can do? What do you think you can write? What do you think you can read on, and all sorts? And you will be fine. And let me officially welcome you to Research World. Thank you. I hope I answered your question, Mr. Oluwadaisi.
Very well, very well. Very well. Thank you so much, Malga.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Isaac. You can do great things from a small place. Thank you very much for that quote. I just remember it.
Yeah. Okay, so this has been so far, it's been very, very insightful, and I'm actually loving the engagement. I think we'll be able to take one more question before we call it a night. I hope we've all played it, but I hope we've been enjoying ourselves so far. So if you have one question, you could raise up your hand. Okay. All right. So, Mrs. Olawuyi, I feel so much appreciation. Oluwatulayo is asking, how about contribution? Do you want to unmute, shed more light about what you do?
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to contribute on something. So that's what
Okay.
I'm asking. Yeah. So sometimes, just like Ms. Dorcas said, like one of the best ways to start a research is when you personally are having a problem. Like if you're having a problem, then there's a probability that 100 other people around you or in the world are having that same kind of problem. And so if you can solve that problem, the problem you're having, like maybe through research, you are actually solving a problem for other people. I think this is a common thing that is around the world that has happened even through inventors. Maybe it is just something that is happening to them, and they'll be like, okay, how can I solve this? And just because they're trying to solve their problem, then they are definitely solving other people's problem, and so I'm just trying to say it to Mr. Bashir that you can just start from what you feel, what your own challenges are, if it's not even in the academic aspect, but maybe you're in another aspect. What are your own challenges? Then how do you want to solve it? We've had a lot of that in the fintech. I'm saying this because I'm a software person. Like in the fintech, then when you want to transfer money, it takes time. All this paga, it takes time to just transfer money. Transferring of money wasn't easy like that. But they then decide to scale it up. Then they came up with Flutter Wave, and everything is now seamless. Almost all fintech are using this same API like OPay, PanPay, and other banks now. So if you solve your, if you are trying, if you have a problem, try solving it and then try scaling it. Then you you are solving other people's problems. So that's my contribution.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Oluwatola. By the way, Mr. Oluwatola is the co-founder of Resonans. So, Mrs. Dorcas Olawuyi, I want to ask, uh, through your journey, what helped you? What are like the support systems that helped you, all through your research career? And yeah, what has helped you?
First of all, what helped me so far is mentorship. And mentorship in the sense of I have people that are far ahead of me in this game called research. So looking up to them, and they are really willing to carry me along. Oh, Dorcas, there's a paper, this is with this. There's this with this, the mentorship. I'm really enjoying the gift of mentorship. That's helped me. And I will also use the word hardworking. I'm not saying I'm that hardworking, but I think the passion and this hardworking spirit, because it's easy and not easy as when it comes to research. The desktop aspect of it, the field aspect of it, you thinking about who are we to bring on board. So my research journey, as I'm enjoying it. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying it. I'm enjoying every aspect of it. And what has helped me is mentorship. Yeah, mentorship is one thing, and I can say I think I have few people that I'm also trying to impact their lives by mentoring them. So in this research world, because this is what I got free from people. So I'm also willing to give back to the community of young researchers by mentoring them what they told me how to do about carry out research, how to apply for grants, how to apply for finance and all sorts. So that I'm also trying to impart, give back to my own little community around me. So mentorship is one vital thing I can say that helped me so far in my journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was your mentorship. Mentorship. And that's just what student scholars is all about. It gives you access to opportunities like mentorship, and so you like it's a sort of system for you. It's like a community, right? And I believe mentorship. I believe so much in mentorship. And thank you, Olawi, for doing what you're doing, for really giving here, for really giving, because what you're giving, mentoring, it's very, very precious, and it would really, help, let's say, mostly the journey of the people you mentor. Yeah, thank you for that. So
Thank you.
yeah. So I think we're coming to the end. Before we go, there's really something that I want us to do. If we want to take a picture, so a scripture of, so I would like you to just turn on camera. If they would like to continue then we could just take a quick screenshot. Yeah. So let's do that. All right. Okay. So it's been very, very helpful. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you gain like a lot of knowledge both on the of research and in what scholars about. We can gain have a question for about to so you can for about um I guess I believe I missed. Okay, so we come to the end of today's session, and for those who are joining us for the first time, welcome to Resonance Scholar Community. Welcome to Resonance, and we hope that your journey, your path become more and more impactful because that is what we're all about. We're all about it. We're all about community and reach. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for joining us